Good morning, everyone. My name is MightyStream. I'm going to do your December the 16th, just for today, in a meditation. Hope you're doing well today. The title of this meditation for today, Where There's Smoke. Where There's Smoke. Complacency is the enemy of members with substantial clean time. If we remain complacent for long, the recovery process ceases. That comes from our basic text, page 84. Recognizing complacency in our recovery is like seeing smoke in a room. The smoke thickens when our meeting attendance drops, contact with newcomers decreases, or relations with our sponsor aren't maintained. With continued complacency, we won't be able to see through the smoke to find our way out. Only our immediate response will prevent an inferno. We must learn to recognize the smoke of complacency. In NA, we have all the help we need to do that. We need to spend time with other recovering addicts because they may detect our complacency before we do. Newcomers will remind us of how painful active addiction can be. Our sponsor will help us remain focused, and recovery literature kept in easy reach can be used to extinguish the small flare-ups that happen from time to time. Regular participation in our recovery will surely enable us to see that wisp of smoke long before it becomes a major inferno. Just for today, I will participate in the full range of my recovery. My commitment to NA is just as strong today as it was in the beginning of my recovery. Let's take a moment of silence followed by the we version of the Serenity Prayer. Moment of silence now, please. Thank you. God, grant us the serenity to accept the things we cannot change, the courage to change the things that we can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Just for today, please and thank you. Beautiful. Talking about where there's smoke. And I believe that. I believe that when a recovering person, myself, let's just use myself, when I become complacent, my quickness, my readiness, right? My automatic response slows down, right? My ability to respond appropriately begins to change. Not that I will necessarily make bad decisions. However, what happens when I'm not involved in my recovery actively is I'm sort of just winging it on self-will. I'm relying on yesterday's recovery to get me through today. But unfortunately, what happens is that the mind tends to be selective in what it remembers, right? And so when a situation comes up, because I'm not connected to the recovery process, I'm not connected to other recovering addicts, I'm not connected to my sponsor, there's a tendency for my innate response to be more negative than positive. I reach for the more negative things than the positive things. And it's with anything, right? With any skill, one needs to develop it. I have to practice my recovery. I have to practice saying and doing the right thing for the right reason. Does that mean that every time I have to decide to either say or do something that it's always negative? No, it's not saying that at all, right? It's just saying that when I stop the process of recovery, the opportunity for negativity, the smoke in the room, right? It has a greater opportunity to happen versus the individual that is, wakes up every day, prays every day, does a 10th step every night, contacts their sponsor regularly, is in the process of writing steps daily or regularly, makes meetings regularly, whether that's daily or every other day or a special home group once a week. The person that does their daily meditation regularly and is introduced early in the morning to beautiful topics like this, instead of in the mid of the day, at the end of the day, right? If you're a person that you do your meditations at the end of the day, why not do tomorrow's at the end of the day? So you have it in your spirit as you rest and as you wake up, it's already a part of who you are as you go through your day, right? That individual that does that has a better opportunity of applying spiritual principles in all of their affairs than the individual that doesn't. It's just common sense. It's not, osmosis or some sort of tricky understanding of spirituality. It's not. It's saying that if you work on your foundation on a regular basis, that when a crack appears in your foundation, you'll be in a better position to deal with it because it hasn't grown into crazy proportions of insanity. That's all that's saying, right? So today, let's remember that when complacency gets in the room, there's smoke signals that go up. And if you're involved in your recovery on a regular basis, those smoke signals that are bound to go up from time to time, because that's how life is, right? It says here in the second paragraph, small flare-ups that happen from time to time. You will be in a position to extinguish those small flare-ups, right? With the very things that you've already put in place, regular participation in your recovery. Today, I hope that you will be honest about where you are at, not where someone else is at, not what your girl or your boy is doing, but where you are at with your recovery, and then make the needed tweaks to it so that your recovery is in charge and complacency doesn't get a chance to go from a small flare-up into a major inferno, burning your recovery down. We don't want that. My name is MightyStream. I've enjoyed talking to you today. I hope that you will have a beautiful day on purpose. You deserve it.